Hello everyone and welcome back. It's me, Trophy Wife, and today we're going to continue our playthrough of Corpse Factory. If you notice that my clothes haven't changed, it's because I'm doing these recordings back to back. There's a reason for it. I'm going to be on vacation when these come out, but I still wanted stuff to come out. So please don't think I'm wearing the same thing like 3 days in a row. So let's continue. We were left off with the lady that made the website, and I guess she had fallen asleep because it's the next day. The incessant chirping of birds gently kindles the embers of my consciousness. My heavy eyelids open to find my body contorted before me, legs sprayed across the couch in a most uncomfortable position I can imagine. I groan and twist my torso, letting my spine pop and crack until the aches in my body drift away. I need to stop falling asleep on the couch. I'm still young, but I can't handle a night away from my comfortable bed. My eyes fall upon my open laptop laying on the side of my floor. The screen is blank, the battery's drained. I briefly panic, hoping against hope I save my work before falling asleep. I stumble to my bed and pick up the laptop, then charge towards the power outlet. I plug in and boot up, revitalizing the mechanical beast and feeling a wave of relief as the whirling on the internal fans signify the breath of life. The screen flickers and bathes my eyes in a harsh light. My eyes squint against my will and I make out the image before me. The mutilated corpse of my latest victim, perfection in picture form. The timestamp in the lower corner reads May 27th, 11:07 a.m., tomorrow's date. The photo is ready to be sent out. If I send it now, the victim will immediately notice the date and realize that her death is imminent. It's time to set the wheels of demise in motion. Leaving my laptop on the outlet, I quickly dart into the kitchen. Well, to call it a kitchen is misleading. It's simply a tiled area connected to my living space with a small refrigerator, microwave oven, and a single hot plate. A small stack of drawers is nestled next to the fridge, and I pull open the second drawer from the top. Plugging my hand inside, it is always an odd sensation. My fingers get buried underneath the dozen cheap plastic flip phones. I grasp one of the phones between my thumb and forefinger and remove it from the drawer. Oh, so she has a ton of, burner phones. It's a scratched up pink mobile from 2010 or so, a relic from a time not all that long ago. But that may as well be forgotten. I flip the screen up and turn the device on, relieved to see that artifact still holds power. To be fair, I charged up all these phones just a few weeks ago, but the fact they retain a charge after being inactive for so long is a testament of their engineering. In any shady line of work, these kinds of phones are referred to as burners, cheap, disposable devices that are discarded as soon as their purpose is fulfilled. I acquired them by rather unsavory means, but that's neither here nor there. I use the phone to send out the photos I make. By doing this, I avoid using personal phone and thus prevent anything from being traced back to me. When a photo has been sent, I keep the burner phone for 24 hours just in case the victim sends a reply. I know I get a good laugh out of that. Of course, I don't keep the phone on my person. I store it in an old shed out the back of my apartment building. When 24 hours have passed, I remove the phone SIM card, snap it in half, discard it with the combustible trash. The phone itself gets smashed and trashed in the dumpster outside of the convenience store. I also delete the photos off my hard drive and clear my internet history. Obviously, I don't even use my own internet connection at home. I leech off my gullible neighbor's Wi-Fi. He's under the impression I can't afford my own internet connection. Whether or not I convinced him of such is irrelevant, so he's happy to share his connection with me. Should the police ever try to track my actions, they'll only lead straight to my neighbor. I've gone to great lengths to ensure my actions are untraceable. This has all been in anticipation of my inevitable success. Looking down at the pink phone in my hand, I clear my mind and focus on the task before me. The photo is transferred easily from my laptop to the burner phone. Once complete, I open the text message app and enter the victim's phone number. I leave the message field blank, but I attach the photo, of course. The victim will receive an empty text message with an unknown number with only an image attached. The message is just about ready to send, but there's one more flourish I'd like to add. I open a particular app I previously downloaded on every burner phone. It's simply called Number Mask, and it's one of the most ingenious apps I've ever used. The app asks for a number I want to use. I punch in my memorized trademark 666-33, 666-22, 666-44, 666. Now when I send the text message, the receiver will see these numbers appear on the caller ID. Not only does it mask the burner's real phone number, but it's an extra calling card to help boost my infamy. I smirk, my thumb hover over the send message button. This is it. This is going to be my long-awaited victory. The second victim to end my dead. I just know it. This is a stepping stone to my success. The second of many bodies that will pave the way to my glory. I send the message. I arrive at work on time, just as usual. My handbag is heavy with the weight of several cans of coffee, hopefully enough to help me power through the day after having such a late night. I can't help but yawn loudly as I wait for the elevator in the lobby. Just before the elevator doors open, my phone starts to ring. I step aside and answer the call.
Hi, Noriko. Good morning. Did I call at a bad time?
Oh, it's her friend. So she either told her or she's in on it, right? Because she told the other girl and the other girl killed herself. Okay.
Not at all. I'm just about to go into the office. Oh, should I call back later? It's no problem. Don't stress. Okay, sorry.
The nervous, apologetic girl on the other end of the call is Oi Sato, old school friend from back in the day. Though we never really had any common interests, we used to be inseparable at school. She was shy, I was introverted. I was a combination that worked in our favor, even if our conversations were a little on the boring side. To say that we're no longer shy and introverted wouldn't be entirely true. Oi has gotten better. She's definitely more outgoing, but she still suffers from a great deal of social anxiety. As for me, I'm still pretty introverted. My tolerance for being around other people has improved a bit, but I do prefer solitude, and visiting places I've never been to before puts me on edge. Okay, I'm introverted, but I do like traveling. Like, I will gladly go to Mexico, or if I could, I would go to Japan. Like, I want to travel. But I also have a problem being around new places and new people, so it takes a lot for me. But I still love traveling. To call Oi my best friend would be accurate. She's my closest confidant. Even so, she knows nothing about my part-time masquerading as corpse girl. No one does, and I plan to keep it that way.
So, Aoi, what did you want to talk about? Oh, well, you see, that guy at work is still bothering me, and I wanted to see if you had any more advice for me. Ah, jeez. The older guy that always hits on you? Yeah. What a creep. You're 19, for God's sake. He must be, what, 50? I think he's 52. You know his actual age? Well, whatever. If he's still bothering you, you have to take a stand. He's not your coworker, right? Just a regular customer? That's right. Then tell your manager. Have him banned from the venue. I can't talk to the manager. I don't want to cause trouble for the company. Jeez, girl. Sometimes you need to stand on your own 2 feet. I know.
Oh, I kind of feel bad for her.
Well, if talking to the manager is out of the question, then you need to be firm with the creep. Tell him you won't stand for being groped anymore. His behavior is simply unacceptable, and if he won't change, you won't serve him anymore. He's scary, Noriko. I don't know if I can confront him like that. He's always drunk. Even before he comes into the place, I try not to serve him too much, but... Are you sure you can't quit that stupid job? Working at a maid cafe really doesn't suit you at all. I thought you wanted a government position. I do. I want to work in a cozy office, kind of like you, but you know I don't have any qualifications. Why don't I see if there's anything open here? Maybe Shinya can help out. He got me this job, remember? Shinya? Maybe. He was always a nice guy, right? He's super nice. Stick in the mud, but a nice one. Noriko, don't be mean. Yeah. You want me to ask? Yes, please. If it's no trouble. It's no trouble. I'll talk to Shinya. Then maybe you can quit that crappy job and come work with me. Oh, that really does sound wonderful. Thank you, Noriko. I'd be so lost without you. Don't be silly. You're amazing, Aoi. Leave this to me. Thank you.
I end the call and heave a sigh. Having to go and ask Shinyo about a job actually is a pain in the ass, but I'd never admit that to Oi. I want to help the poor girl, I really do. I'd do anything for her. The elevator arrives in the lobby and I step inside as soon as the doors open.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Fujikawa. Good morning.
Shinyo takes me by surprise as I exit the elevator. He has been waiting for me
I wanted
here.
to catch you before we sit down to work. I sent you another friend request. Can you make sure you got it this time?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What am I supposed to do when he puts me in the spot like this? I try not to groan as I get my phone out and open up Noise. It's impossible to hide my screen from Shinya's piercing gaze.
Well, what do you know? I have a new friend request.
Oh, great. It worked this time. Go ahead and accept it, please.
Yeah, sure thing.
I hesitantly accept the request. A little fireworks animation pops up on the screen with a celebratory message about making a new
Yay!
friend.
Looks like we're officially friends now. So, can I call you Noriko from now on?
I've never cared much for formalities. I tried to adhere to them in the workplace, but honestly, I don't care if people refer to me by my first or last name, regardless of whether they're friends or not.
That's fine. You can call me Noriko.
Shinya's eyes light up. That must have made the boy happy.
Thank you. Oh, you can call me Shinya, of course.
Shinya. Hey, we've known each other since junior high, right? Shouldn't we have been on a first-name basis anyway?
Yes, that's true, but we're in the office now, you know? It wouldn't do if you started working here and called me Shinya right away.
I suppose.
Anyway, I'm really glad we're proper friends now, Noriko. Maybe we can get a coffee sometime.
Oh, he's trying so hard. I can't help but feel he's trying to push his luck as far as it will go. Any suspicions I had about him having a crush on me are now confirmed. I brush a stray lock of my hair out of my face and smile sweetly as I can while I change the subject.
Hey, actually, I wanted to ask you something. Are there any more temp jobs available here right now?
Temp jobs, huh? Are you looking to pick up extra hours?
No, not exactly. I'm asking for a friend who needs a new job.
A friend of Noriko's. Well, let's see. We pretty much always have data entry roles up for grabs. Unless your friend wants something more interesting? Do they have any particular qualifications?
Not really. Data entry is more than fine. Actually, you already know who I'm talking about. Remember Aoi Sato?
Aoi Sato. Yes, I think I do remember her. That really shy girl from our school days, correct?
That's her, yeah.
Wow. I never knew you were still in touch with school friends, Noriko.
Aoi's probably the only one. We're fairly close.
Is that so? As for me, I don't really have any friends from back then.
Shinya's heartbroken confession doesn't surprise me too much. He doesn't strike me as the type of person to have many friends at all. Sure, I'm the same, but...
But what am I saying? We're friends now. So I guess I do keep in touch with school friends.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, I'll ask my superior if we can get Sato an interview. Is that okay?
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, Shinya.
No problem. Leave it to me.
He gives me an awkward salute before skipping away. Our little exchange has obviously made him pretty happy. For some reason, something that T said yesterday pops into my head. She mentioned that I'm leading Shinya on, but that's not true, is it? I shake the thought out of my head. I'm just being nice to him. That's not wrong, is it? I take a seat at my desk and perform my morning ritual. From my handbag, I retrieve my headphones, coffee, and breath mints. Computer on, music playing, coffee open. My fingers tap rhythmically against the keyboard and I slip into the usual workday trance.
So, I see that you're connected with Shinya on Noise now, huh?
My walk to the train station is interrupted by a familiar grating voice.
Sounds like both of you are getting on pretty well.
Yeah, we are.
How did you...
Oh, of course. T and I are already friends on Noise. She would have seen the notification that I accepted Shinya's request. It's actually kind of strange that T and I are connected through the app. We added each other on the first day of work before I learned how much of an intolerable excuse of a human being she is. We simply never deleted each other, even after all these months. Her postings are entertaining anyway. And since I rarely ever post anything myself, she probably forgot we were connected at all until
Now
today.
look, Don't get me wrong, you hear? I ain't actually interested in Shinya. Nah, I'm real happy for you both, like. But what I can't stand is a skank like yourself getting some while I'm over here all dry like a desert.
Okay.
What the hell are you talking about?
It pisses me off that guys just sluts like you, and you barely have to put in any work.
Yeah. I can't stand the way she talks.
Meanwhile, nice girls like me gotta put in so much effort to even get noticed. You think all of this is just natural? I put so much effort into how I look, you know? And guys like Shinya don't even bat an eyebrow at me.
No, because you look like a tart. Shinya's a nice guy. He wants somebody that doesn't look tarty.
You mean bat an eyelid, right?
Whatever, it don't matter. I'm sick of skanks like you getting everything for nothing.
Look, let me be honest with you. I'm not interested in Shinya, and I'm not trying to be with him. I don't chase guys, and it's pretty rare that they chase me. You've got me all wrong.
Like I'd believe you. Do you spend your time chasing chicks then?
That's not your business. But you don't have to worry about me pursuing Shinya. Tell you what, any guy at the office is all yours, okay? I'm not interested.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be, slut? You think no one is good enough for you, but they're good enough for me? You're just like all the other girls. You think I'm worth being pitied? You think I need it? Well, I don't want your pity. You're nothing but a fake skank.
Wow. T pushes forward, her bulk forcing me off the sidewalk and into the thicket of trees bordering the path. She is a bit much. The burning slap across my face comes out of nowhere. I'm blinded by white stars and my entire face feels like it's on fire. The strike is hard, sharp, vicious. It happens so suddenly that I'm having a difficulty processing it. I stumble, but my legs don't quite give out. My mind races trying to put together what just happened. T hit me. Why? Why did she hit me? There's a strange sort of disconnect in my mind. My body doesn't feel like my own. Like this isn't actually happening to me, but rather I'm watching it happen to someone else. Time seems to slow down and speed up all at once. The slap replays twice in my mind before T's hand even leaves my face. I catch a glimpse of her furious expression, red and strained and overcome with
I
anger.
hate you. I hate everyone like you. Don't pity me.
The second strike connects with my chin and I flinch, my entire body paralyzed with pain. She hit me again?
Stop!
I hate you. I hate you!
So, is someone trying to kill her now? T has lost it. She's absolutely furious and I can't figure out what I did wrong. Her third attack is a curled fist aimed straight at my stomach. Through her sheer luck or complete accident, I tumble backwards, nearly avoiding the punch and instead landing on my rear. The pavement is rough and hard, but I'm sure it feels a lot better than taking a fist to the gut. T screams and rushes at me, but I stumble on my feet and grab her by the waist. She flails wildly, her eyes looking like they'll pop out of her skull at any given second. Her breathing is harsh and ragged, and tears of rage have caused a flood of clotting makeup to run down her face.
Calm down! Calm down!
She struggles against me, slowly giving in as my tight grip prevents her from attacking me further. Is there another website? She begins to sob softly.
I hate you! I hate everything about you!
Okie dokie. With a great pull, T frees herself from my grip. She steps away, cursing, and then runs past me. I blink in disbelief as she breaks into a sprint, heading in the direction of the train station. I raise a hand to my tender face and touch it gently. The stinging sensation is completely new to me. Never before have I been attacked like that.
What the hell was all that about? I can't believe she hit me.
I thought you'd be into that. You seem to be into everything else that's dark. The pack of frozen peas pressed against my face soothes my swollen jaw, but does very little to calm my nerves. I'm still on edge after what happened today. T actually physically attacked me, all because I did something. Or all because I said something. I'm not sure what that provoked her anger. Maybe that girl is more complicated than I give her credit for. It seems like she has her own inner demons just like the rest of us. I've replayed the event in my head 100 times since returning home. Without confrontation, T about it. I don't think I'll ever figure out what incited her aggression, but I don't plan on talking to her about it anytime soon. I wouldn't say I'm scared of her, but I don't exactly want to encourage a repeat performance. I rest the bag of frozen vegetables on my small coffee table next to me. I think I've done all I can to reduce the pain swelling for now. Sighing and leaning back, I let the soft padding of the couch consume my body as I sink deeper. My eyes glaze over as I bring the phone to my face. My fingers lazily tap the screen as I look through carefully curating obituary news feeds, a list of deaths that have been reported throughout the day. Using a set of handy filters, I narrow the feed down to include only women's deaths in the age range of 30 to 50. I set the location to cover all of Japan. I immediately exclude any results that mention natural causes of death. I'm looking for specific cases, suicide, or, as it more often reported, accidents. Of course, I'm looking to find out whether the latest victim has offed herself yet. I should have searched string returns no results. Then it's pretty easy to look up recent murders. There's a few and far between. Between suicides, accidents, murders, I've covered all the potential ways my victim could die. 9 out of 10 of the search results included a photograph of the deceased. Not a photo of their corpse, mind you. This isn't the database of deceased I'm looking through. Rather, it's usually a nice, flattering picture of the recently departed submitted by their kin to go along with their obituary. I use the photos submitted with obituaries to compare the match with the images of my victims. This is the only reliable way I've discovered whether or not my victim has perished. If I knew the victim's name, I could easily look up their current fate, but my website doesn't ask for that information. Call it respect for the victim's privacy, but there's a lot more to it than that. But that's a topic to dwell on another day. Tonight's search turns up no solid leads. I'm disappointed, but that result isn't entirely unexpected. After all, I set the date on my latest victim's photograph to tomorrow. There's still time for her to freak out and end it all. I decide to go to sleep early tonight. I'm not even feeling hungry enough to eat the cheap, convenience store meal that's been sitting in the fridge since yesterday. Though if I go to sleep now, I will feel like tomorrow arrives sooner. Tomorrow. I'll have to see T at work. There's no way I can avoid her since her desk is so close to mine. The idea of sitting doesn't sit well with me. On the other hand, my victims might concur herself, which would definitely make me feel better. It could very well be the next success, and the suspense is just enough to kill me tomorrow. May 27th, Wednesday morning. My typing is hesitant and distracted this morning. My fingers falter, misstep, and tap backspace repeatedly. There's no good. I can't focus on work while I'm staring at the top of T's head popping up from behind a monitor a few desks away. Even my work playlist isn't inspiring me to pulverize the keyboard today. Normally, a blast of pure volume and a shot of caffeine is enough to carry me to the greatest heights of productivity. I press a finger to my pursed lips, trying hard to regain my focus. I absent-mindedly notice that I missed the edge of my top lip when applying lipstick this morning. Damn, I'm really out of sorts today. At least I managed to apply some extra blush to cover up my faint bruising on my face. I might have overdone it a little, but it's better than looking like I just stepped out of a boxing ring.
Good morning, Noriko! Boy, have I got some neat news for you!
Jesus, you come in all happy. I'm so absorbed in my own thoughts I barely register Shinyu standing in front of my desk.
Noriko? Excuse me? Noriko? Are you in there?
Huh?
My eyes fixate on Shinyu's goofy smile. I quickly remove my headphones.
Fujikawa, Shinya. Sorry. Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Tired is all.
Oh, I hear you. I was up late last night. Boy, I must have been up past 10. Just could not put down this new crime thriller I've been reading.
10 isn't late.
Oh, yeah, right. I was up late reading too.
Your horror novels, right? Don't they leave you feeling a little scared before you go to sleep?
No, not really. It's all fiction, so it's pretty easy to distinguish from reality.
Is that so? Wow, that's not like my book at all. The crimes in this story are all based on real cases. My jaw hits the floor every time I turn the page.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Anyway, let me tell you this. Your friend Sato can take a data entry opening starting from Monday. She doesn't even need to interview. That's how much the boss trusts me.
I'm genuinely impressed with Shinyu's ability to score Ao a job. Say what you want about the guy, but the bigwigs obviously have faith in him.
Wow, Shinya! I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't thank me yet. Sato is going to be worked to the bone. I hope she's prepared for it.
Trust me, anything will be better than her current job. Really, thank you, Shinya. You came through for us here.
Well, I'm just happy to help. Hey, Noriko, can I ask you something?
Sure. Shoot.
Shoot! Oh, right. An expression. Sorry, I just remembered this case in the novel I'm reading, where a police officer shoots at a perp, only to...
Hey, you, wanted to ask me something?
Right. Are you friends with Watanabe?
I blink a couple of times.
Tomoe?
You're on a first-name basis with her. Then you must be great friends.
Not at all.
I mean, I wouldn't say...
Listen, would you mind putting in a good word for me with her?
Oh, you like her.
I'm kind of interested in, taking her out sometime. But I could never ask her myself.
I'm stunned, Godsmacked, speechless. Shinyu likes tea. I thought he liked me. In my intuition wrong? I wondered if the clues had been in front of me this whole time. What else haven't I been seeing?
Noriko?
Shinya, look. Honestly, I'm not really friends with Tomoe. I don't think I can help you.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. I thought maybe you were close.
Nah, she smacked the shit out of me yesterday.
Darn. I guess there's not much to be done, is there? Even after I helped you and Sato out and all.
Oh, you ass. I helped you, now you must help me. I hate when people are like that. Is he seriously trying to guilt me? I have to hand it to him. I didn't think he had it in him.
I suppose you can just tell Sato to start work on Monday morning. Guess I'll see you around the office then.
I don't like you. Shinya leaves and I bury my face in my hands. Has this world gone mad all of a sudden? Shinya takes tea, not me. It's not that I'm disappointed. Hell, I don't even feel feelings for the guy. But for him to be interested in someone vapid like her just blows my mind. To add insult to literal injury, T assaulted me yesterday. She has a vicious, violent side on her that Shinyu doesn't know about. He could be in real danger if he pursues her. I'm completely unable to process what I should do. Shinya's scored AO a job, and I'm truly thankful. Do I feel like I owe him one? Should I ask T out for him or warn her about him? I need to clear my head. I decide to step away from my desk and visit the restroom. Though I need no use the restroom, I shout. Enter a stall and lock the door behind me. Sitting on the toilet, closed the lid, I lean back and exhale. I'm getting too caught up in office drama. That's what the issue is. It's unlike me. I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching. It's my ideology, my entire identity. My emotions are better locked away than stitching on my sleeve. I'm corpse girl, for crying out loud. My purpose is bigger than all of this. I'm destined for greatness. The day will come when people fear my name, right? I shake the doubt from my mind and pat my cheeks. I'm doing all of this for the right reasons. I know I am. If I start doubting myself now, I'll never see my mission through. An unfamiliar jingle rings out through the restroom, echoing off the walls. It sounded like a phone alert, but where did it come from? It takes me a few seconds to realize I have my phone in my hand and it's vibrating incessantly. I must have grabbed it subconsciously from my desk when I stood up. The screen lit up. A message reads, "One new article matches your custom filter. Dead body lol." Wait, what? That auto newsfeed I set up last night, it actually located something? I hurriedly unlocked my screen and opened a certain app. The same app I was trawling through last night looking for obituaries. A little unread mail icon sits on the top of the screen, blinking and particularly shouting for my attention. I hit the icon and read the information presented to me. Article posted today at 11:22 a.m. Keyword found 3. Miss accident. Numerical data range 30 to 50. Image found, yes. Wednesday, May 27th. Miss Akan Tsurmaki, 36, Chibi Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning at her personal residence, 8:38 a.m. The chief coroner reports that Tsurmaki was involved in an accident resulting in self-exfoliation. Is survived by her husband, Mr. Goro, 42, and their daughter, Fu, 1. A funeral service will be held on Friday, May 29th. View image attached. I hurriedly tap the button and grasp at the image loads. It's her, the photo. It's unmistakably the same woman. Plain features like makeup, no sign of personality. Kane, the latest victim to receive a photo of her own corpse. My breath stops all of a sudden. I'm gasping for air. My cheeks are on fire. My fingers numb. I did it. My meticulous crafted photo caused this woman to end her own life. An accident resulting in self-asphyxiation, meaning she died by suicide, strangling herself or held her own head down in the bath. The news never reports anything as a suicide. It's such a taboo topic in this culture. Everything is always an accident. All the time. All this time I've been trying to compel somebody to kill themselves. My corpse photo, I thought I heard something, constantly becomes more and more elaborate, more and more convincing and realistic. And now somebody has died again because of me, because of Corpse Girl. I was right all along. Do possess power. I have the power to end lives through my work, my art. I've known it all this time, and I've finally proven it. Rory's death planted the seed of belief in my mind, the belief that Corpse Girl is more than a mortal being. And now, Akane's demise has caused the seed to bloom and blossom into pure certainty. Corpse Girl truly can end lives. It's a wonderful realization, and it relieves my turbulent mind. However, I can't get my fingers to scroll back up to reread the obituary. My hands aren't functional. My legs dangle lifelessly from the toilet seat, and my coffee from this morning is working its way back up my throat. I felt a string of tears in my head, sweat trickles on my forehead, dripping down my uncharacteristically thick makeup. All of a sudden, I can't breathe. My lungs refuse to take in any more oxygen. I panic and fall forward, meticulously slamming my head into the stall doors to prevent my head from colliding with the floor. My nails scrape against the door's enamel paint, peeling chunks of green from the surface as I slide down and down until my head rests uncomfortably on the damp tiles. Ugh. I couldn't imagine. If that's what she looks like laying on the floor. Oh my gosh. My eyes roll back and my tongue lolls out to the side of my mouth, dangerously close to the tiled floor, but completely out of my sight and mind. I taste foundation and blush. A little bit of sweat, but nothing at all on the still air develops my taste buds. The photo killed that woman. The woman killed herself because of my photo. The photo killed that woman. The woman killed herself because of my photo. The woman killed that photo of herself because the photo of the woman who killed herself in the photo. What? My eyes begin to regain their focus and my stomach turns, heaves and shakes. The warm coffee spilled from my lips as I try to smile, but I only manage to gurgle. The gritty paint underneath my fingernails has a rough texture and I don't like very much. I feel queasy and ecstatic at the same time. It's a horrible, wonderful feeling, and I could do it without. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remembering stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her, writhing in the bathroom floors, her lung working once more, her breathing ragged and gasping, sucking in air like a mosquito sucks in blood. This is Noriko. Noriko with her grandiose fantasies of death and killing people without having to kill them at all, without having to leave her apartment because the outside world is scary and there are people out there probably trying to kill her. This is Noriko, me, the real me, acting tough and fearless when I'm crying on the inside, always sad, always miserable, always lying on the bathroom floor with her fist clenched and my phone resting in a puddle of my life slowly spiraling out of my control. This is me. I did this. I killed that woman. She had a husband and a daughter, and some random person requested that I kill her, so I did. She probably didn't do anything wrong. She looked boring. She must have rubbed someone the wrong way. Maybe she didn't even know what she did, just like how I rubbed T the wrong way and didn't know what I did. But T slapped me twice hard, and it hurt, and it must have hurt that woman too when she strangled herself and killed herself. I killed her. I directly killed her with my indiscreet actions. She is dead now, and I'm alive. I'm still here, lying on the bathroom floor on my 14th story of Shinjuku's Temujin office building, and I have paint underneath my fingernails, and OA is going to start work here on Monday. But I did it. I killed her. Finally, after countless months of pretense, of false starts, of failures and disappointments, I killed somebody. Again, Corpse Girl strikes for the second time. And above all else, above this grim and muck on the floor and the tingling feeling underneath my fingernails, above all that, this feels good. This feels so, so good. Blood has returned to my legs, and the pins and needles have faded, and my toes quiver beneath my stockings and shoes. An elastic charge pulses down my thighs, and I dissipate through my feet. I manage to plant 2 hands firmly on the tiles and push myself up into the wobbly knees. I suck in air, breathe all of it back out. Almost at once, I feel dizzy and bizarre. All of it back, and almost at once, I feel dizzy and bizarre. Warmth is welling up inside my stomach and chest. You're a freak. I managed to steady myself enough to sit back up on the top of the toilet seat with my feet planted firmly on the ground and my hands rested on my lap. I tried to regain my sense of self. I might have lost my composure a little bit reading the news, but who wouldn't blame me? Everything I've worked for over the last year is finally starting to pay off. My second victim is dead. With that, Corpse Girl's popularity is sure to rise. More and more people will issue requests through my website. More and more people will receive corpse photos, and more people will. She killed herself. She killed herself. Oh, how I wish I could see the real body. If only I could see how mangled corpse, drenched in sweat, and actually at peace. Oh my gosh, there's something wrong with you. I notice my phone is wedged between my wet fingers. I must have subconsciously scooped it up from the pool of muck on the floor. This is getting worse as it goes. I try to ignore the sticky texture clinging to the screen. My fingers are no longer numb. I scroll up and reread the obituary article. Ugh. Pronounced dead. My breathing staggers once again. My jaw gently lowers. Involved in an accident. Hot steam clouds my face. I result in self-asphyxiation. I salivate unconsciously as a trickle of moisture creeps down my chin and dropped on my lap. Oh, this makes me want to... My cheeks are flushed, my vision slightly blurred. She killed herself because of me. She killed. I let out a gasp and my hips rise against my will. My toes curl, my legs stiffen, my skin tingles. I lean back against the cistern, cold porcelain penetrating the thin fabric of my clothes and chill my burning hot skin. My eyelids flutter as my mind hazes over. I wish somebody would walk in on her. I can't control my body anymore. All the anticipation of the last few days, the tension building in my muscles, I can't. My legs tense up, my knees buckle, my neck tilts back. I whisper gasped lips softly between my lips. My phone falls to the ground once more as my fingers slowly uncurl. The dull tink sounds on the floor is the last thing my foggy mind registers before I drift away. Did you just faint?
You look like horse shit.
Thanks. T's brazen draw slaps me from a dead-eye
Looks
stare.
like you've been sleeping in the sewer. It suits you.
I don't know what she's talking about. I can really focus on what she's saying. I realize I've been staring at my computer screen for about 20 minutes, rarely blinking. My mouth is dry as though I've stopped producing saliva altogether. A dull throb in my lap causes me to cross my legs over and over in an attempt to get comfortable.
I'm talking here. It's rude to ignore your superior.
I swallow in an attempt to moisten my parched throat before speaking in a cracked voice.
Do you need something?
Thought you should know that Shinya and I are gonna hit the town on Friday night. Turns out he's fancied me for a while now. In the end, seems like the better gal won, don't you think?
Seems that way. Is that all?
I can't tell T is trying to get under my skin, but I'm honestly not in the mood to deal with it right now.
I thought you'd be more torn up about it.
I don't care in the slightest. Why don't you go sit back at your desk?
Whatever. Hey, maybe I'll meet you after work again.
Why? So you can attack me again?
I realized my voice was louder than intended. A few people nearby tilt their heads quizzically. T takes a cautious step
Keep your
back.
voice down, psycho. Stuff like that's between me and you.
You assaulted me. I should report you to the police.
Don't you dare.
Lost for words, T turns tail and walks away. I sigh and lean back in the office chair. Why do I feel so exhausted? My mind flickers, piercing together fragments of memories from the bathroom a short while ago. That's right, I let myself get carried away in the exhilaration of my success. I temporarily step away from my own body and let my beset instincts take over. But I'm in control now. I'm myself again. I'm Nico, stoic and unflinching. I'm Quartz Girl, successful and feared. I can kill people as easily as manipulating a photo. People like T should be scared of me. People like T shouldn't mess with me. I'm in control now. You're messed up in the head. Climbing the steps to my apartment is always such a chore. I wish I moved into a building with an elevator, but I simply can't afford that when I first moved on my own last year. These old apartment buildings creak and groan when you ascend the stairs. On top of that, you can hear the bustling of other people within their tiny homes as you progress up each floor. There's always a slight whiff of mold or mildew whenever you ascend the stairs. I want to chalk it up to the fact the building's old, but it's possibly some of the residents here don't keep their apartments very clean. At the very least, this neighborhood is decent. I feel safe in my home, even if it's small and cramped. And my neighbors are respectful. From what I can tell, not that I really know them at all. In fact, the only neighbor I have is a regular contact with are the very same ones I leech Wi-Fi from. Some middle-aged divorced guy named Cringed, who lives on the floor below me, and his daughter Momo. Kenji's a decent enough guy. He works overnight, with unfortunate means Momo's left home a lot in the evenings. Momo's a sweet girl, perhaps 6 or 7 years old. Occasionally I hear her singing drift up in the apartment, but it doesn't bother me too much. She's just a kid. It's the very same Kenji and Momo and I bumped into when I'm climbing the stairs this evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
We're just on our way to get some dinner. Isn't that right, Momo?
Yes. That sounds nice. I hope you have a good meal.
Thank you. Say, are you feeling okay? You look like you've been in some trouble. There's dirt or something all over that side of your face.
I tilt my head and reach my hand up to my cheek. Sure enough, dry muck has blended into my makeup and caked over my face. It seems like the eyeliner has smeared as well. Is this from when I fell in the bathroom? Damn it, have I looked like this all day?
Oh, right.
I try to make up some lie so Kenji doesn't worry about me.
I actually fell asleep on the train home, and I guess the seats were kind of dirty.
Is that so?
You should wash your face and do your makeup again. I can help if you like.
I can't help but smile slightly at Momo's generous offer.
Thank you, Momo. I'll be sure to wash up and make myself look nice again. You should go have dinner with your dad.
The girl nods resolutely.
Well, I hope you're okay at any rate. Have you been working hard at the bank?
Oh, actually, I just work at the head office for the bank, so...
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Data something, right?
Yeah, data entry. It's a bit dull, but I'm happy enough.
That's good. That's very good. I know it's hard for kids like you to get good work in this economy. When you find a job like that, you really have to hold on to it. When I was your age, I could only find cleaning work. I must have had a dozen different janitorial jobs. Before I met Momo's mother.
I blink a couple of times. It's not like I talk to the guy often, really, so we hardly know each other. Still, I've never heard him actually mention Momo's mother before. Most of the things I know about him, I've just pieced together from context.
Of course, things are different now. I have Momo, and her mother isn't around anymore. Cleaning work doesn't cut it these days. I was really lucky to get into security. It means I can work overnight while Momo sleeps, and I can still take her to school every day.
Security, of course. Now I remember he did mention that we first met what he does for a living. If memory serves, he works for a private security company. I assume he guards corporate offices or parking lots, something like that.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Hold on to a job if you like it. That's very important.
Thank you. I'm happy at Temujin, so I plan to stay there.
Very good. Oh, Momo was telling me earlier what she wants to do when she grows up. Weren't you, Momo?
Dad?
Come on now. Tell Nariko what you want to be.
A scientist.
Wow, a scientist. That's a great job. I'll be rooting for you, Momo.
The girl blushes and then hides behind her dad.
She's inherited her mother's book smarts, I'm certain. She definitely didn't get her brain from me. Anyway, we're gonna get going. Enjoy your evening, Nariko.
Thank you, you too. Bye-bye, Momo.
Bye-bye.
The two of them bow their heads and follow the rest of the stairs down. I continue up the next flight of stairs, reaching the landing when I turn the corner to enter my own apartment. The place is dark because I always make sure to cut the lights out before I leave. I can't afford to leave an electricity running. My rent chews through most of my salary as is. I flick on the lights to feel relief as the living room illuminates. My faithful couch and TV emerge from the shadows, and I immediately feel at home. After throwing my keys in the bag on the coffee table, I slump down on the couch. What a day. I have an overwhelming urge to pull out my laptop and check my website for new requests, but my body needs come first. I'm desperate for a hot shower. I need to cleanse my face, scrape the paint from the underneath my nails, and I'll definitely have to slip into a fresh set of underwear. Whatever happened in the bathroom today took its toll on my body and my clothes. That's so fucking gross. Well, the night is young. I can relax later. For now, it's time to start scrubbing. May 28th, Thursday morning. Alright, guys. I am going to end the video here. We will pick back up in the next episode. I can't say I hope you like this because it's so cringy. I didn't realize how cringy it was going to be, but we started, so we're going to stop it. I mean, we're going to keep going until it's done. So please like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.